Attention bowlers, we're gonna get started. Please finish your warm-up frames. We'll be changing to scoring in just a moment. Welcome back to Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire for another exciting Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour match. I'm Steve Kelly, joined in the broadcast booth by Nick Brown today. It's great to have you along. It's going to be a great match today between Scott Perry and Bill Olson on this sunny, snowy Saturday afternoon, January 17, 2026 at Boutwell's Bowling Center. Nick, how exciting is this match going to be?
Oh, this should be fun. Thanks for having me here. It's an honor to be here.
That's
this
awesome.
Should be a great match to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting it's going to be a great match. We have the gentle giant Bill Olson, Scott Perry. They were color coordinated walking in with their Keene State shirts.
Oh yeah, they were.
Some old Bill Olson, Keene State alumni, I believe, and Scott Perry, current Keene State student. It's going to be a great match.
Yeah, two Keene State college people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good match.
Yeah, be a great regional match. Keene State reunion in Concord, New Hampshire. All right, folks, so Bill Olson is the away bowler today. He comes to us from Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. It looks like he'll be starting on the left lane today, lane 23. So, folks, the match format, in case you haven't seen the ACST before, it is 5 strings of Candlepin bowling, and it is scored on a points-based system. It is 2 points per string and 4 for total pinfall out of 14 possible points, and ties just divide that right in half if there are any. Here's Bill Olson with the first ball, with the first pitch. Off to the left, that's a 4-drop and a 6-pack left side. For the gentle giant Bill Olson, a very tall man. Taller than myself, which doesn't happen often.
Same here.
Bill, it becomes a 7-drop, 1-2-5 on lane 23. Most of us are snowed in at Boutwell's today. Started out with a light snow shower, and it is pretty snowy out now, so why not do some bowling while we're waiting for the weather to get clearer? That's 8 after 1 for Olson.
Oh, absolutely. Perfect day to do some bowling.
Absolute perfect day to do some bowling. So Bill Olson, he comes to us from, like I said before, he's at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire of Class D North Division III. And there is a 7-drop on the head pin for Bill Olson with a spare leave setup, 3, 6, and 10. Olson has a record of 40 and 72. He's bowled 8 matches this season. He fires for the spare. Off
nice
to the right.
Try.
Yeah, on the 6-10, left the 3. When Bill Olson is on the road, he has a record of 24 and 32. When he's at home at Lakeside, he has a record of 16 and 40. He'll take a 9-box in the second. That will be 17 after 2 for Mr. Olson. He has a season record of 93.7, or season average of 93.7, and away average of 93.1. That's his benchmark for today. Home average 94.4, high single 126, high series 486. Olson pops the right side of the plate. Mixes down 8, leaves the 1 and the 10. And I'm liking this setup, Nick.
Yeah?
Let's see if he gets it.
Oh,
well,
nice try.
if it was a single pin spare on the 10, he would have nailed it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
For the 10 box. He's got it.
Yes.
10. That would have been a great spare shot, actually, on that third ball.
Oh, absolutely, it would have been.
So we saw a few of those in the earlier doubleheader today as well, no question.
Yes, we did.
Be looking to probably disable those animations on that computer scoring thing. Scott knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Little options menu down there. So Bill Olson, he mixes down 3. Off the left side. 6-pack plus the 8. 6-pack on the right side plus the 8. That's a washout.
Ooh. Nice try.
Overcorrects to the right, leaves the 1, the 6, and the 9. It's really good at hitting that 2 and 3 pin pocket. Yeah. Olson for the cleanup. He'll leave the head pin for a 9. That's 36 after 4 for Mr. Olson. And Bill Olson, here's the stats on your screen coming up. He is currently 3rd place in his division and 14th in the wild card. In his past 5 matches, he's taken 28 points, and he averages 5.6 points per match in those past 5 games, 26-15 pins in those past 5 matches.
He's doing pretty well for himself.
Not bad. Oh, and he'll not connect with the head pin, but he'll get the head pin after a mix. He'll drop 8. That's the 6 and the 10 for a spare with a whole junkyard of wood down there. There might be one plank that may need to be removed.
Yep.
It looks like it is, yeah.
Slowly going back, but might need to go back.
We'll have Mr. Stephen Rogers of Boutwell's Bowling Center go down to do the honors. Thank you to Steve Rogers.
Right.
Awesome person to talk to. And
great bowling coach and
fantastic. Yeah, I bowled with him myself a couple of times. And
me and him, it's like competition between us. Great bowler, great mentor.
Great dude overall.
Absolutely.
He has like 1,000 children and grandchildren.
Right.
Oh my goodness, that's always so entertaining to hear.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Bill Olson, he's right on the money, right where the ball should have gone, and he's beside himself.
Shuffle, shuffle, the pin goes.
We might have to send Steve down there once again if it doesn't
oh yeah,
make an exit out on its own. It looks like it's not, so.
He's getting his workout in after all.
Mr. Rogers going down all around the neighborhood to pick up that pin. Once again, deja vu.
Right.
Steve Rogers is also wants everyone to know about the upcoming tournament at Boutwell's supporting veterans' homes on April 5th, I believe, 9-pin doubles.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, got flyers up at Boutwell's at the front desk, and I believe on their Facebook page if you want more information on that. There's a 10 box for Bill Olson. He'll start with a 46 half. That's not a bad way to start it.
Not at all.
This first game of 5, Bill Olson has done 5 boxes of 50. That's 46 after 5 so far with one head pin shot for 5, no splits. That's the story for Bill Olson so far.
Right.
Now now introducing Scott Perry for the first time today, and he'll start on the right lane on lane 24 at Boutwell's. Mr. Scott Perry, filmmaker and documentarian himself, will talk more about what he's up to actually tomorrow and what he's going to be unleashing online in terms of some Candlepin bowling content for you. We'll talk about that in just a few moments.
All right.
In the meantime, here he goes. Perry, head pin.
Spread eagle.
A 4-drop spread eagle. The traditional academic spread eagle. The 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 leave. There's no wood. Challenging shot is meggable.
I've seen a couple people make that shot before for a spare.
Most recently, I remember Ed Sargent made it here at Boutwell's.
Alex Dellis did.
Oh, and that was a nice attempt by Scott. He actually took 4 of the 6, leaving just part of the left wing of the bird. 2-4.
Yep.
I know I almost made it recently. I left 1 pin standing at Lakeside on it.
Yeah, I've come close maybe a few times.
Yeah.
It's a tough shot.
It is. So Scott will make lemons out of lemonade with that, take a 9 out of that. Great way to end that. So it's 9-8 in the first box, Perry to Olson.
Right.
Here's Scott. 1-3 pocket. He mixes down 8, 2-10. That's a split.
Another tough split.
Second in a row, 2-10. Connect with the left of that too.
All right.
To make the magic happen.
Let's see. Ooh, nice try.
Just a little bit off to the right. Scott Perry for the 10 box on the retry. It's going to be an 8. 17 after 2 for Mr. Perry.
Tie box so far.
Yeah, so Scott Perry, season record so far, 72-54 with 9 matches played. Currently second place in his division, 5th in the wild card seed. Currently 40 pins in his past 5 matches, averaging 8 per match.
I'd say he's doing well for himself.
Certainly, yeah. And second place, he's just a little shy off of being the division leader. That's great for the playoff implications. Otherwise, you got to fight in the wild card fight.
Absolutely.
It's an 18-match season in the ACST. We're just a little over the halfway point for most of our bowlers. The matches are bowled asynchronously, so not every week means it's the same week for everybody, and the matches can be bowled out of order. So, but most bowlers have gone over at least 7 or 8 matches up to this point. The holiday season slowed things down just a little bit, but bowlers are getting back into the swing of things now.
That'll do it.
That is 26 after 3 for Scott Perry. Compare that to 27 after 3 for Bill Olson. It's a difference of 1 at the equivalent point in the game. No marks have been thrown so far. Any bowler can draw first blood at this point.
By the looks of this could be a pretty close match.
I think so. In fact, Scott Perry averages at home 99.85. Bill Olson averages away 93.1. So a bit of a difference of like five and some change between the two bowlers, but you never know. 3-drop for Perry. Follow-up. Off to the right of the pocket.
Leave the 1-2.
Overcorrected just a little smidge, but not too bad otherwise. Oh, Perry just off to the right by a hair, missing the head pin for an 8-box. That'll be 34 after 4 for Mr. Perry, who's thrown 2 9s and 2 8s. Bill Olson has thrown 2 9s, 1 8, and 2 10s. Perry, 1-2 pocket, beautiful ball. A splash of 9, 5-pin, kingpin standing. Single pin spare opportunity coming up. Perry's gone 4 for 5 in the head pin with 3 splits this half. It's away.
And he got it.
He's got it. First blood drawn by Scott Perry with that spare in the 5th and an open mark going into the second half of the game for Perry when he returns. Bill Olson currently 46 after 5. Scott Perry with a 4 for 5 impressive head pin run with 3 splits, 44, and a bonus after 5. It's still early in the match, but Scott Perry takes an early advantage.
Anything could happen at this point.
Yes. This is not a handicap league. It's all scratch, so what you see on the screen for scores, those are the final results. No funny business beyond that. Bill Olson drops 1, drops the 7-pin. The follow-up. Overcorrection a little bit. Bill Olson is a lefty. He crossed over quite a bit with that release.
Right.
He could just overcorrect a little bit less. He'll be right in the center. He's got the 1, 2, 8, and 9 on lane 24 for a 10-box that he's shooting at. It ends up being a 6-box for Bill Olson. That's 52 and 6. There goes Sean Shattuck, works at Boutwell's Bowling Center. Also, my former World's teammate of Lita's Mass Holes in Moncton this past year. If you want to see how awesome Sean Shattuck bowled, check out the other footage on 3-Ball Spare on my channel on YouTube for all week of World's coverage in November of 2025. Bill Olson. He'll take the 10-pin out for a spin. A follow-up for Bill. Head pin blows him up, leaves the 4 and the 7. He almost had it, yes. Great ball. He just needs that to be the first ball, and then this could be a nice spare leave.
Oh, yes, it would.
Bill Olson slowly finding himself here. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Went down the ocean.
Just barely. Somewhere in the void between the gutter and the plate. A little bit in the gutter towards the end. He leaves the 4 and the 7 for an 8-box. 60 and 7 for Bill Olson. Bill Olson waiting to pop open the cork of marks. Still looking for it. Perry has already done it once. Olson cracks the 6, 9, 10 pocket. 3-drop.
Nice try.
The follow-up, he leaves the 3, the 4, and the 7. And he turns it into an 8. Bill Olson still working on things down there. He's at 68 after 8. What more can I tell you about Bill Olson? He has 8 strikes, 54 spares, and 68 10s for this season so far with a 32% perfect box percentage. He has 3,070 seasonal pinfall thus far. Here's Bill Olson. Off to the right, 6, 9, 10 pocket again. Another 3-drop. Bill Olson so far averaging on the first ball 4.22 pins. Off to the left at the pocket this time. 1-5-3 for Bill. Spare attempts no good. Result of the play leaves the head pin for a 9. In the 9th, Bill Olson sits at 77 now. On average, Bill Olson this season has been taking 8 points home per away match, 9.8 per home match. Past 5 matches, 6 strikes, 42 spares, 51 10s. Oh, actually, nope, my apologies. I think I excuse me, average points per away match 6, average points per home match 4. Correction. It's been a long day. It's been a
oh yeah, it's one of those days,
I was
for sure.
mistakenly reading stats for the previous match we were just streaming. That was John Cadero's stats, I believe.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
My apologies for misrepresenting that. So Bill Olson, his longest streak of strings over 100 this season so far has been 3. His longest winning streak of more than 7 points with a great 10 box there. It's a nice way to end it for Bill. Yeah. An 87 first game for Bill Olson by our count. That's what's down there too. We're matching. Bill Olson went 2 for 10 on the head pin this game with 1 split with an 87. Scored 46 pins on lane 23 and 41 pins on lane 24. So lane 23 is his advantage lane at the moment. Scott Perry will be for the first time on lane 23 today. Let's see what he's got cooking up, and he's working on a spare. Scott Perry off to the left. Bit of an awkward mix, but it will be a fill of 5. 1, 5, 3, 9, 10.
Quite a setup.
Connect with the head pin, and you got it pretty much.
Almost.
Well, with an asterisk. That pesky 5 pin could not be bothered.
Nope.
Perry on the final cleanup for a 10. He's at 59 after 6. In case you missed it, actually, let's play back that single pin spare from the first half for Scott Perry on that 5-pin kingpin from before on lane 24 that led him to that spare. It was a pin missile right on that pin.
Well,
not bad.
Not at all.
Scott Perry to the right. 2 drop.
Broke the Worcester.
Ooh, almost a Worcester. Yeah, almost a Worcester. He mixes, wow, a 6 drop accordion shot on the left after what could have been a half Worcester.
Yeah. Plenty of wood to work with.
He's paying Sean back there to do something.
Oh boy.
He turned on the box fan. That's what he went when he went down there.
Yeah.
Just slip him a 20 and he'll do that for you during your ACST match. Oh, and there's a spare for Mr. Perry. Like I said, that's the that's the Boutwell's advantage right there.
There you go.
Let's have a look at this shot by Scott Perry. He had a junkyard of wood down there, a lumber yard, Home Depot, 4, 5, 7, 8. No problem.
That was beautiful.
Only played one of the 2 planks. Netted him a spare. Second one in the match. Second one in the game. Here's the follow-up. Head pin.
Ooh.
6 pin. Thinking about it.
Oh, almost went down. Weebles, wobbles, but they don't fall down.
I'm still watching it. I still think it. Maybe not now, but oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a bomb of a ball. That was a beauty. 78 after 7 with that 9 fill in the spare. And he sails into the ocean about 3 inches or so away from the target pin. And he does it again, almost in the same place. 9 box, leaving the 6 pin there. In the 8th, he's at 87. Scott Perry's only missed 3 head pin shots for 8 boxes so far, and his splits all ended in the first half. So far, lane 23 is the better lane for both of our bowlers.
I guess so.
87-87, we're tied right now. Scott Perry has 2 boxes to break that tie. And here's the tiebreaker. He's got it. 2 points for Scott Perry, 5 drop. Spread eagle minus the 7. This is now for positioning for an early total lead. 2, 3, 4, 6, 10. Perry fires on the 4.
Ooh.
Maybe a little bit not quite where I would have aimed it. No. Maybe on the 2-4, and I'm sure that was where he was going, but he just went a little bit more to the left. And 2 down, 2 up. 8 box, 95 in the 9th for Scott Perry. So Scott Perry, filmmaker, documentarian, Keene State College for, he has a Candlepins for Cancer documentary called No Questions Asked by Perry Harlow Media. It'll be airing tomorrow, January 18th at 7 p.m. The link is in the description. It's on the Perry Harlow Media Facebook and YouTube pages, respectively. We'll be reminding you several more times during the match to go check that out. A lot of hard work put into this documentary, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at the behind-the-scenes work at Candlepins for Cancer, run by Al Johnson and Paul Grant. Great charity, great folks, great everything. And Scott Perry was there to document it and give you a behind-the-scenes look on how that all works with some exclusive interviews and everything. So do check that out on the YouTube page, Perry Harlow Media. It's in the description if you don't want to go find it. Or if you don't want to search for it.
I'll make sure to look for it.
Oh, yeah. Scott Perry, he fought hard for a 9 there. The results are in for game 1. It's 104 to Bill Olson's 87 in the first game of 5. Scott Perry will take the first game by 17 to start things out. Here in this first game of 5, you're watching the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour brought to you by 3 Ball Spare Conglomerate. I'm Steve Kelly on the mic along with Nick Brown as we take a journey into the second game here in Concord, New Hampshire on the snowy afternoon on Saturday, January 17th, 2026. Mr. Olson will begin on lane 23 as he did before. Scott Perry with an impressive 70% headpin quarterback rating in the first game. Bill Olson at 20%. Both bowlers with a 15% perfect box percentage, though.
Ooh, pretty good.
So it is an even number in that department. Bill Olson, he mixes down a few. He mixes down 4. Bill's hard on the 9. Yeah, 5 box for Bill. 4 horsemen left in the 10. 5 after 1.
That's a tough 5.
It is, yeah. If you just don't connect with the targets, that is a bit of a rough leave to dig your way out of.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Olson, ooh, that ball tails off into the center on the 10 pin. Bill Olson, a lefty. I last covered him at Wakefield, at the Wakefield Bowladrome against his buddy Ray McAllister. They had a great match down there.
That was a great match.
Yeah, you can check that out on 3 Ball Spare and the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour page on Facebook, I believe, if the match hasn't purged off of Facebook just yet. And Bill Olson, though, he'll clean that up for a 10 box. A nice hard-fought 10 for 15 after 2. He really just has to eliminate that first ball, make the second ball the first ball, and then Bill Olson will be in business.
That's right.
Olson on the head pin. He must have heard us. He mixes 8.
Tough split.
3-10. I think it can go.
I think it can too. Just play it right.
Just hit your targets. Hit your objects.
And
ooh.
Oh, almost.
He almost got a bit of a reprieve from the wood in between, but the 3-pin doesn't play ball. Olson on the follow-up. The result of the play is a 10 box. 25 after 3 for Mr. Olson. Thanks for tuning into the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, the latest place to watch some of the most exciting Candlepin matches from a wide selection of bowlers from all skill levels. Today we're watching Class E North. Bill Olson, the away bowler, Scott Perry, the home bowler. Here's Bill Olson. Off to the left, it's a Caleri right side 5 drop, named after Bob Caleri of Lexington, Massachusetts. That's spelled C-A-L-I-R-I. Frequent contestant of WNDS Candlepin Stars and Strikes. In his later years, you can search his name on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find some matches that he bowled. He apparently got that shot a lot, and I guess apparently it was named after him in a way because he talked about it a lot. So talk enough about a shot that you get, and I guess you'll get it named after you in Candlepin at some point. Bill Olson fights hard for a 9 for 34 after 4. 2 10s, a 9, and a 5. 1 for 4 on the head pin with 1 split for Bill Olson. That's Bill Olson in the red shirt down there. Casual business attire, business Bill.
Oh, yeah.
He's off to the left of the head pin. Takes 4 down. Oh, and Bill will take the 1 and the 5. Punch full, 4, 6, 3, 7. And Olson will take a hard-fought 6-box, leaving the 4-6-3-7 on the deck. Bill Olson will go 40 after 5 this half. With an 87 first game to Scott Perry's 104, Bill Olson sits at a 40 half, while Scott Perry comes up to bat for the first time in the second game here on the ACST at Boutwell's Bowling Center. All right, here is Scott Perry. Mr. Perry has an away record of 46-24, a home record of 26-30. Season average 103 on the nose, 105.56 averaging when he's away. At Boutwell's, he averages 99.85 with a high single of 135 and a high series of 561. That is a 3-drop, a 6-9-10 taken out for Scott Perry. Perry a little bit off to the right of the target. He'll get a nice mix down of a few more pins, leaving the 1, the 2, and the 5 for a 10-box. Scott Perry has 19 strikes, 77 spares, and 94 tens for the season with a 42% perfect box percentage, and he blows those last 3 up. Nice 10-box for Scott Perry. Advantage of 5 in the string in the first box. So far, Scott Perry has totaled 46-36 pins for the season so far. Past 5 matches, he's totaled 25-94 pins. And he's on the 1-3 pocket there. A 7-drop. Very similar looking leave to what he just got rid of. But this will be for a spare. 2-5-8. Perry.
Ooh, nice try.
Everything but the object pin. Connected with the 5, the 8, and left the 2. Scott nudges it down. It's a 10-box. 20 after 2 for Scott Perry. Scott Perry's longest streak of strings, where he's totaled 100 or more, has been 7 this season so far. His longest streak of matches over 500 has been 3. His longest winning streak of taking more than 7 points has been 2 so far this season.
That's pretty good.
It's a good high numbers for streaks. He'll drop 7 here. 2-4-7 for Scott Perry. Makeable spare. Hit your object and you got it. In theory.
I would aim for the 2-4 pocket right there.
Yeah, I would too.
Ooh.
Scott thought otherwise.
Yeah.
I think he missed a little bit off to the left.
Yeah.
On average, Scott Perry takes 9.2 points per away match and 6.5 points per home match.
Oh.
For the 10. Overcorrects a little bit to the right. He'll take a 9-box. That's 29 after 3 for Mr. Perry. He's got 1 match this season over 550, 3 matches over 500. Head pin average per match, roughly 18.8 for 50. Split average per match, 8.7 on average. Perry will punch the 1-3 a little bit hard. He's left with a spread equal minus the 3. That's a 2, 4, 6, 7, 10 with wood behind the 4. Diagonal. 5-drop. Perry fires. He takes the 3 on the left, or tries to. He leaves 1 on each side, the 2 and the 6.
That's a tough split.
Yeah, it was a tough spare conversion to begin with, and now it's just pick a stick. Give me 1.
Oh.
Well,
guess none.
Guess not. It'll be an 8-box for 37 after 4 for Mr. Perry. 1 to go. Perry's looking up to match or exceed Bill Olson's 40 half. Can do that with a 3-box minimum and anything higher. Perry on lane 24. It's away.
Good ball.
Oh, it's too perfect. Too perfect on the head pin. It's a 4-drop. Traditional spread eagle once again. Pick your favorite side. Pick your favorite pocket. 2-4 pocket or 3-6 pocket.
Got a choice.
Hope the sidewall does something for you. Hope we'll get a wood roll. Something to that effect.
Oh, almost.
He almost did it.
Oh, he tapped it.
Almost did it. Precisely like that. It just needed a little more power, really, on one of those pins just to take the 2, but they were all touched.
Oh, yeah.
Love to see that when it goes. And he'll take a 10 box out of it, though. He'll take an advantage of 7 with a 47.5. Scott Perry, currently no marks, 3 10s, a 9 and 8, 47, 4 for 5 on the head pin with 2 splits. Bill Olson 1 for 5 on the head pin with 1 split, 40.5. It's currently 127 for Bill Olson, a game and a half in, and Scott Perry is 151, a game and a half in. Here in this 5-game series on the ACST at Boutwell's Bowling Center. Steve Kelly and Nick Brown on the mic today with you for this Class D North match. My apologies. I think I said Class C North a few times, and
Yeah.
I just called a Class C North match. I just got to get that out of my head.
It's one of those days today.
Here's Bill Olson. He'll take the 6 and the 10 out. Yes, we called a doubleheader here just a little while ago. It was John Cadero, John Lescarbo, Brian Hebert, and Kristen Poirier. We were on lanes 21 and 22 for that match. Then Boutwell's got a little busy in between that match and this match, so we just shifted 2 lanes over. It's a snowy day, and usually when it rains or snows, bowling alleys get very busy.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember that back in the Leda Lanes days when I worked there, was anytime the weather was bad, you knew it was going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
That's a 9 box for Bill Olson, 49 after 6. There goes Sean Shattuck in a full sprint.
Ooh.
Saw that. Saw him running from the desk. Get your steps in. He's going to lane 16 to fix a reset issue, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a double load. Bill Olson with a strike.
First strike of the match.
There's a claim to fame for Bill Olson to put a strike on the board. Love to see it. Let's watch this shot by Bill Olson again, because that was a fast one, caught me off guard. The ball caught up with Sean Shattuck in the back on the 1-3. Take the 5, take the 8.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful shot by Bill Olson. Here we go, the follow-up. Bill Olson working on a strike. Fires a little bit too hard. Overthrew it a little bit, but he takes 4.
That's why they give you 2 balls on a strike.
That's what's nice about a strike fill. You get 2 balls for the strike fill. 6-pack left for Bill.
And nice
yes,
spare.
Sir. Beautiful spare on strike for Bill Olson. He didn't hit the object pocket or target, but he got a nice reach around, wrap around on the 6-pack. Look at this. I want to see how this went. I think he tripped the wood. Got a sidewall spin. No, he hit the 2-4 pocket.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's wasting no time. He's firing on the follow-up. He's going to mix. He's going to get
backdoor action.
That famous Boutwell's mix. He's going to get a 6-fill off of that spare on strike. That puts Bill at 85 after 8.
Ooh.
1, 3, 4, 7 for Bill.
Oh, another spare.
Goes. 3 marks in a row for Bill Olson.
He's on fire.
Bill Olson's figuring something out down there in the lanes. We're witnessing something special.
Yes, we are.
That was a beautiful shot on the outside of that head pin. Kind of the outside pocket. No wood, no assist. Beautiful ball by Bill Olson.
Right.
95 and a bonus and 9. Bill fires on the right rear corner. A nice fill of 5, all things considered. That puts him at 100 after 9.
Lucky 100.
Olson.
Ooh, nice try.
Yeah, not quite on the pocket that he had to go. I don't think he was going to get quite the merciful mix that the previous marks gave him. But that'll be at least a 100+ game for Bill.
Yeah.
We'll take an 8 box.
Make it 108.
195 2-game total for Bill Olson. 87 and 108. He went on a 3-mark run in the second half. A strike followed by a spare on that strike, and then a spare on that spare with a 10-fill, 6-fill, 5-fill. Big run of marks in 3 boxes for 195 after 2 for Mr. Olson. It's now Scott Perry's turn to respond. So amongst 2 games and 2 lanes, Bill Olson has thrown 86 on lane 23 and 109 on the right lane. And it's funny because he threw an 87 and a 108. So it's interesting how interestingly that lines up. Scott Perry on the pocket. He drops 7, 2, 4, 7. Perry on the 2-4-7.
Nice spare.
Gone. Scott Perry taking care of business with the 2-4-7 on the spare. In fact, let's watch that again. Beautiful shot. Execution, punch right through it, right on it with that wood as a mental, psychological guideline. Scott Perry, 57 in a bonus after 6. Perry 1-2 pocket is looking good. If he can get another pin to fall, it'd be really good, but a 3-7 leave is an 8 fill. Sails into the wood behind the object target pin. For the follow-up, he'll nudge the 3, leave the 7. That's a 9 box, 73 and 7 for Scott Perry, and we'll compare that to Bill Olson's 69 after 7 after his spare on strike at the same point in the game. Perry off to the right.
Ooh, backdoor action.
He started with the 6-9-10, then he took the 4. That's a 5 drop for Scott Perry. Center diamond in the 7. Scott blows up the diamond, just leaves the 3, leaves the 7 somehow. I thought that had potential to go.
Need some luck on this one.
Connect with the right side of the 3. He goes into the middle, takes an 8. 81 in 8 for Scott Perry. Down by 4 to Bill Olson's 85 after 8. Although it looks like it would appear he's been given an 8 fill on the spare.
Yeah, that was an 8 fill.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. That's why I always like to double check with the bowlers, so I'll issue a score correction right here and there. I'll fix that in the background. And Scott Perry, he'll take 3 out. I always like to stress the on-stream score is unofficial.
Absolutely.
This is just me following along.
What you see, yeah.
Following along as a spectator. So
Right.
every once in a while, just I might have a number off or 2.
Yeah.
Spare attempt no good for Scott Perry. He's got the center diamond in the 9. And he leaves the 5. That'll be a 9 for Perry. So he's at 91 after 9. Compare that to 100 after 9 for Bill Olson. Scott Perry could use a mark here. Just 1 will do and a decent fill.
That would probably help.
A mark to get him to 101 and a fill of 7 to tie for 108.
Right.
Anything higher than a 7 to win. It's a must-mark situation.
Let's see what happens.
Mr. Perry. Pocket shot.
Oh.
He leaves the 6-7.
Now.
It's Scott Perry versus the 6-7. Scott Perry versus the meme.
That's a tough one right there.
The kids love saying it.
Yeah.
Can Scott Perry conquer it?
Ooh, almost had it.
Interesting bid on that. He wanted to maybe try the right side of the wood against the sidewall to maybe get a bounce.
Yeah, that would have probably helped.
Risky shot, but hey, he still went for the 10, but at the cost of the game, unfortunately. So with Scott Perry's 101 game 2, Bill Olson is at 108 after game 2. It is a total difference of 10. Scott Perry 205, Bill Olson 195 by my count. So currently Scott Perry has 2 points and Bill Olson has 2 points. They've both taken 1 game apiece. That's how it works here on the ACST. Moving on to game 3. Here as we get settled for game 3 or watching the ACST, it's Steve Kelly and Nick Brown on the mic today. Here at Boutwell's. Snowing pretty good out there.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Olson. Right on that 6-10. 2 drops so far. Scott Perry 109 on lane 24 and 96 on lane 23 today.
Ooh, nice try.
And Olson will leave the 1 of the 2. Bill Olson threw an 86 on lane, at 86 pins off of lane 23 and 109 pins off of lane 24. Bill Olson will clean up for a 10. Nicely done. Bill Olson has past 5 matches. He's thrown 7 strikes, 37 spares, and 46 tens.
Tied with me with strikes.
There we go. He has 2 pinfall wins. Averages 14.1 for 50 on the head pin and 6.3 splits per match. It's a 4 drop for Bill Olson. Bill Olson has passed 5 away matches. He's taken 24 points, averaging 4.8 points per match. And that's the 2-4-5 triangle for Bill Olson on the spare attempts. No good. Shaved off a few pins. And he'll cut the triangle and leave the 5 for a 9. That's 19 after 2 for Bill Olson now. Bill Olson has the 27th highest Class D average at 93.7. He recently faced Alex Patton in round 8, taking 8 points with a 481 series. He threw a 96, an 89, a 126, an 81, and an 89 with 2 strikes, 6 spares, and 10 tens.
Wow.
Not bad for Bill Olson.
I'd say pretty good.
It's a 3 drop for Bill. Sails to the right, crossing over, leaves the 1 and the 2 on the second ball. The follow-up. Leaves the head pin, 28 after 3 for Bill. Here's Bill. Washes out 3 on the left side. 6-pack in the 7. Olson on the outside of the head pin, right place to put the ball. It's a Class A shot, leaves the 5 and the 7. Bill Olson with a 10, a 9, and a 9. What's it gonna be? Bill Olson waits for the call. I honestly couldn't, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not entirely sure what it was gonna be.
Right.
8 or 9, I'm waiting on the call. I will pencil it in as a possible 8, but we'll see what the referees are saying down there. It looks like it's going to go in as a 9. Excuse me, 37 after 4 then for Bill Olson. Always bowler's call on that. Some of those are legitimately very hard to judge.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you have no replay or you're just looking at it and you didn't look at the right spot, weren't expecting it to go.
Or especially if you can't see the angle really well.
Yeah. So Bill Olson will leave an inverted left side check mark in the 10, a 5 drop on the second ball. He sails into the ocean to the right. This will be for a 5 box or greater. For Mr. Olson, he fires, and wow, nice recovery, almost a
10.
Almost a wipeout. He takes everything but the 10 pin for a 9, and Bill Olson has a 46 half. Bill Olson went 1 for 5 on the head pin with 1 split this half. He's at a halftime total of 87, 108, and 46 for 241. It's now Scott Perry's turn to respond here on the ACST you're watching, along with myself, Steve Kelly, and Nick Brown. Scott Perry and Bill Olson battling it out. Scott Perry takes the 10 pin out for a ride. The follow-up to the left. He mixes down the 1, everything but the 1 and the 9. It'll be a 9 box for Perry, 9 after 1. Bill Olson, 10 after 1. Each bowler has taken 1 game apiece. Bill Olson Taking the second game with a 108 to Perry's 101. Scott Perry took the first game 104 to Bill Olson's 87. Total is still in flux, but the lead is close. Oh.
Ooh, he broke the eagle.
Okay, so could have been worse. Still a split, but a 4-drop, not quite spread eagle. I would shoot at the 2 and the 4. Shoot the side with fewer pins first. Scott Perry will take 3 in the back on the right side. That's a Dan Murphy recommendation of Candlepin Stars and Strikes. And Dan Murphy, who used to own Boutwell's before he passed away. I will never forget which match it was I was watching where he mentioned that. But he said if you have a shot where it's like a spread eagle, 2 left, 3 right, or 2 right, 3 left, you shoot at the 2 and not the 3.
Right.
Dan Murphy was a phenomenal coach of the NHCBA back in his day. He was the owner of Boutwell's prior to the Dellases. It's an 8-box for Perry, 17 after 2. Scott fires on the 1-3 pocket. He's going to get a generous mix of 6. Looked like could have been more for half a second, but at least the 7, the 10.
Still wobbling.
The 2 and the 4 with a wobbly 4. And Perry still has that pocket shot first ball as the second ball. Can't quite make that work, though.
Oh.
No pins to shoot at on the second ball. Ooh. Third ball, much better. Leaves the 4 and the 10. 8-box, 25 after 3 for Scott Perry. I want to remind you once again about the documentary No Questions Asked that Scott Perry produced on Perry Harlow Media, airing January 18th at 7 p.m. Link in the description is on their Facebook page for Perry Harlow Media. Great documentary about Candlepins for Cancer. Here's Scott Perry out to the left of the head pin. Caleri right side. 1, 3, 6, 10, and 8. The Caleri by Bob Caleri of Lexington, Massachusetts. A leave of the 1, 3, 6, 10 or the 1, 2, 4, 7. Named after Bob Caleri. And Scott Perry versus the Caleri. He leaves the pins in the back row, the 8 and the 10.
Now you got a choice now between the 8 or the 10.
Yep. I'd play the 8. You got wood. Maybe get lucky. At least get 1 stick out of the 2.
Yeah, and he got 1.
You got 1 certainly for a 9. 34 after 4 for Perry. That's a shot where, especially if you're bowling in a competitive environment like Worlds, it's one of those things where it's like, just get pins. Pick a stick. Go out with as many as you can. And especially like if your opponent threw like a 6-box, congrats. You basically threw the equivalent of like a spare and a fill. Like don't worry about not getting like a 10 every time. Just beat your opponent.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Go box for box. And Perry will take 2 out, 6-10. That's why I track the box as 1 stat, because that will simulate if they were bowling head to head, whether they are or not, how many boxes they would have won.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Oh,
and for the spare shot, the 3-pin holds on for dear life. And Perry on the 10. He's got the 10. He'll take a 44 half. Let's take a look at the scores. It's a difference of 2. Bill Olson 46, Scott Perry 44. Those scores are confirmed, and in the total, Scott Perry leads by 8, 249 to Bill Olson's 241. And that's halftime.
This is a pretty good match so far.
Yeah, we've completed 1/2 of 2 here on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour in this Class D North match between Scott Perry defending the house against Bill Olson here in snowy Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. I'm Steve Kelly along the call with Nick Brown on the mic. It's great to have you along.
It's great to be here.
That's awesome.
Especially on a snowy day like this day.
Gives you something to do.
Oh, yes.
Here's Bill Olson with a 1, 3, 8, and 9, a 6-drop. Olson on the spare shot. Oh,
almost had it.
Cuts full, and yeah, that had a chance of going. It's a hard shot. You gotta have to hit it hard enough and full enough to just power through it. It's a shot you normally want to kind of avoid in most other cases, so it's kind of hard to unlearn that for 1 ball. Bill Olson will take a 9. That's his 5th 9-box in a row. My goodness, for 55 and 6. 10 plus 5 9s of service. 1 for 6 on the head pin with 1 split. That's 55 and 6 for Bill Olson. Olson on the 1-3 pocket, get a mix.
Oh.
The 1 and the 2 are left. Excuse me, the 2 and the 7 are left on the deck.
Plenty of wood to work with.
A drop split for Olson. 2-7. Junkyard of wood. Oops.
And
he's got it for the spare. No problem for Bill Olson with a mark. 65 and 7. Let's see if I. Oh, unfortunately, I was worried about that. I misclicked a button on a camera for a split second, and of course that was when he got the spare. But the point is, he's got 65 and a bonus after 7. Bill Olson. See if he can go on another 3-mark run like he did last game. Olson. 1-2 pocket. 6 fill. Nice fill. 5-10, 3-9. Awkward split. Olson on the second. Oh, yep, not quite. It looked good for a moment.
Yes, it did.
So that's with a 6 fill at 71 and 7 for Bill Olson. He's looking at a potential 81 and 8. If he can get the single on the 9, it looks like he's going for it.
Yes,
it does. 10 pin, 81, 10 box, 81 and 8 for Bill Olson. He's getting something started here towards the second half of the game. We had trouble connecting with the head pin, and he's connected with the head pin quite a bit in the second half, but every single one of those head pin shots has been splits up to this point. 3 for 8. Head pin and splits. Bill washes out 4. 1, 7, 10, 3, 6, 9. Bill will take a few more out it. And Bill Olson for the 10 box. He'll take a nice 9. A good out of Bill Olson. That's 90 and 9. Bill Olson with a mark can go over 100 again. He threw an 87 and a 108 in the first 2 games. Getting close to averaging about 100 right now. Thought about that ball a little bit too much, or either held onto it, one of the two. He takes 3 out. 1 diamond in the 4 triangle. Olson fires, threw it a little bit too hard. Had a bit of a control issue on that ball. Bill will round it off for a 6. He'll go to 96 in the 3rd. And with that, Bill Olson goes to 291 after 3 games. 87, 108, 96. 1 strike, 3 spare, 7 tens, 37% perfect box percentage. Totaling 27 in fills, averaging 6.75 per mark. He has raked in 132 pins on lane 23 and 159 pins on lane 24. Head pins 7 of 30, 5 splits, 4.57 first ball average. That's the story of Bill Olson after 3 games. Here's Scott Perry. Big break despite not hitting the head pin, leaves the 1 and the 3, a drop. Perry on the head, well, not quite on the head pin, connects with the 3 and leaves the head pin. For the 10 box, he'll take that 10. That's 54 after 6 for Mr. Scott Perry. We are at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire today, located on North State Street in Concord, New Hampshire, 152 North State Street, with 24 lanes, 12 on each side since the 1950s-ish. Originally known as Boutwell's Bowlamore, originally it was 12 lanes, according to an old card that Alex Dellis found. Boutwell's uses manual scoring and manual lane resetting, with CompuScore being the scoring software used. Currently owned by the Dellis family, Andy, Alex, Dino, and Dimitri. Boutwell's was formerly owned and operated by former WNDS Candlepin Stars and Strikes co-host Dan Murphy, who passed away in 2022. 1-7-8 lead for Scott Perry on this after the second ball. 5 drop in the first ball. Scott Perry will take the head pin and only the head pin, leaving the 7 and the 8 for an 8 box for 62-7. Yeah, very recently, Alex Dellis had found an old card from the old days of Boutwell's and saw some interesting information. I guess it was originally a 12-lane house that expanded to 24. Oh, and excuse me, I have the wrong stats on the screen. Here's the Boutwell's stats. Owned by Andy Dellis. 2 Class C and E champions from last year, Dimitri Dellis and Matt Powers, bowl out of here at Boutwell's Bowling Center. They did really well in the ACST finals last year. Do check those matches out on 3 Ball Spare on YouTube if you're so inclined. That's a 4 drop for Mr. Perry. Oh, and for the spare,
and he got it.
He'll take it. Scott Perry on the board with a spare 72 in 8. Back, let's watch that shot again. He had the 1-3-6, 4-7-9. And he connected with the outside of the head pin, if my memory serves. Let's watch and confirm. Yes, he sure did. And then that last sleeper pin was a little bit scary, but the pins and the wood, the flying deadwood debris, took all that out. Scott Perry's working on a spare. 72 in 8 plus a bonus compared to Bill Olson's 81 in 8. Perry fires 1-2 pocket. Big fill. 7 fills. 6-9-10. And Perry will punch the 9 and leave the 6 and the 10. Still on good pace, but he'll need another mark probably to be comfortable. But Bill Olson did throw a 6 box in the 10th, so maybe just pinning it out and just staying slightly ahead of him will be enough. That'll be a 9 box for Perry. That's 88 and 9. Bill Olson's at 90 and 9. He'll need a 10 box to be comfortable, but he can take as little as an 8 to tie. 8 to tie, 9 to win, 10 to feel good.
Right.
At least you don't need a mark.
Nope.
So the pressure's slightly off there. Perry on the head pin, but there we go. There's the tie. 5-10 leave. Split. 8 drop.
At this point, you might as well pick a pin now.
Yep. He's got 2 balls to do it. Guaranteed 1 point now.
Ooh.
Oops, sorry. And he missed.
Still a tie right now.
Still a tie. .510 leave. And for the win, he's got it with that 97. With that 9 box. Scott Perry just barely eking out the win with a 302 3-game total. 104, 101, 97 for Scott Perry. Bill Olson 87, 108, and 96 for a 3-game total of 291. 3 games of 5 done here in the second half of this match here at Boutwell's Bowling Center. This Class D North action. It's Bill Olson at Scott Perry. I'm Steve Kelly on the call with Nick Brown here in Concord once again for another game. We're going to do this for 2 more games because we're having so much more fun. Let's start up game 4. It'll be Bill Olson on lane 23. And here he is. Bill.
Nice ball.
A little bit off target to the right, but he got a nice mix and a wraparound. The 1-2-4 is what he's shooting at. It's a 7 drop.
I'd say the 1-2 pocket should do it.
Course correct that first ball, and he'll, well, course correct a little too much. He was wide right the first ball, wide left the second ball.
We'll take an 8 box for 8 to start the 4th game.
See, what more can I tell you about Bill Olson? Currently, he does have at least 1 match of the season with a double-digit victory take-home. And he'll mix down eventually 8, a 7-10 split.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
But the wood is kind of making a bit of an exit. He's got double buffered wood on the left side. I think that will help. It'll assist with the bounce. The pin in the gutter is also going to be helpful.
Yeah.
Being it on the red line.
And
Oh, but it starts with hitting it.
Yeah. Hitting it might help a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. You can analyze it to heck and back, but if you don't hit it, then that's when it doesn't matter. He hit it there, but a little bit low on the wood. He took the 7 and leaves the 9 for a 9 box for 17 after 2. Olson, 1-3 pocket, come on.
Oh, come
10
on,
pin.
take one more.
Corral around the 10 pin, but it doesn't knock it over. Might have even slid it a millimeter or two. 9 drop, spare leave, all set up for him. Don't think about it too much, just fire.
And he got it.
He does. Bill Olson on the board with a mark, 27 and a bonus after 3 with that spare single. Taking it all in, Bill Olson. As he fires on that. 2 pieces of wood, it was a guarantee, pretty much a guarantee. Bill Olson on the 1-3 pocket. Oh, and he mixes 9. Almost 9.5, really. A 9 fill. 2 great 9 drops in a row for Bill Olson with opposite opposing corner pins.
And he's got it.
He does it again. Bill Olson with a double spare. Bill Olson going on mark runs when it matters. He's at 46 and a bonus after 4. Let's look at this if we can get it up fast enough here. All over it for the spare. Nice job, Bill. Here he goes, the follow-up once again. A little bit off to the left. He'll fill with 5. It's a Caleri right side. .51 after 4 now for Olson. On the Caleri,
and he got it.
Takes the Caleri.
Triple spare.
That's how you do it, Bill. That's one heck of a mark run to close out the first half of the 4th game for Bill Olson. He's at 61 after 5 with a 3 mark run, a spare 9, a spare 5, and a spare with a pending fill. 61 and a bonus for Bill Olson. 3 for 5 in the head pin with 1 split. Bill Olson pumped about that recent stretch of marks, those nine drops he got, and then taking out the Caleri. The Caleri is not an easy leave to spare up.
I'd be excited too.
Yeah. And I remember Bill was telling me maybe a week or 2 ago. He said, he goes, "You don't want to be streaming this match. I'm not gonna be bowling very good." I'm like, I don't know, Bill. You're doing pretty good today.
I have thoughts like that sometimes myself.
Oh yeah. You always think you're kind of gonna bowl just kind of weird, and that's usually sometimes the opposite happens. You never know.
Yeah.
Scott Perry drops 4. Cluster in the center. On the pocket there, kind of goes around some of the pins, leaves the 5 and the 9. Scott Perry 8, 9, or 10. It will be an 8 to start out the 4th game, just like Bill. 8 after 1. This is the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour you're watching. It's a series of Candlepin bowling amongst bowlers sorted into classes and divisions calculated based on total bowlers as well as averages of the bowlers. Started by Frank DeLuca and Mike Machici and Rich Lamone in about 2016 or so. Each matchup against 2 bowlers is a scratch match, which means there are no handicaps or assisted point values. There is a drop of 8 for Mr. Scott Perry. He leaves the 1 and the 2. There's a maximum of 14 available points per ACST match, and there is a spare by Scott Perry all the while. 18 after 2 for Mr. Perry. He's going to go on his own mark run, it looks like. Check this out. A 1-2 pocket. No problem for Scott Perry. Scott fires. He takes 4 out. It's the right side 6-pack. Brought to you by the bar that, as far as I know, has no name at Boutwell's Bowling Center. But it's a great bar regardless. Plenty of drinks to be had, lots of taps, great kinds of, I think they have popcorn if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they have popcorn.
Yeah, and if there's anything that Boutwell's at the bar can't have for you, there's also Sabrin Pizza right in the same parking lot as Boutwell's within walking distance, and they have menus at the front desk if you want to just order and have it brought over here. There's Scott Perry working on his 4 fill, followed by a 9 box. That will put him at 31 after 3. And it's 61 and a bonus still for Bill Olson waiting in the wings for the second half with a 3-mark run. Scott Perry with 1 mark on the board. 2 boxes to go. Scott Perry, so slightly to the right of the head pin. He leaves the 1, the 2, the 4, and the 7. 6 drop. Perry on the 4 horsemen left side. Will a piece of wood come up to take the head pin? It's just going to nudge it, but probably not knock it down. We see that kind of action at Boutwell. Sometimes you can miss and still get a piece of wood to roll up to whatever pin is left. But Scott Perry will take a 10 box, and that's 41 after 4. Compare that to Bill Olson's 51 after 4. It's a difference of 10 in the 4th frame. Scott Perry, if he has a mark, he could be in decent positioning to figure this out. Perry to the left of the head pin. He mixes down 7. It's the 1, the 6, and the 10 down there. It's a 4 horseman minus the 3, technically. Perry for the spare on the head pin. A little too much on the head pin. Knocks it straight back. 6 and 10 are left with a piece of wood across the 6 and the 10. Half in the gutter, half on the lane. And he'll take 1 out for a 9 box. Looks good to me. 50 after 5 for Scott Perry. That is confirmed. 50 after 5 versus Bill Olson 61. And a bonus after 5. Bill Olson currently matching Scott Perry in the total plus a fill. So he may reclaim the total here. And he currently leads in the game by 11 plus the fill. So Bill Olson might have an opportunity to swing things back over in his favor, but we'll see what happens here. Here's Bill Olson to the left of the head pin, takes 4 out. And that'll be a fill of 4 on his spare. He threw 3 marks in a row in the first half, 65 after 5. And he'll take 2 on the left side, but not quite the right side. For the follow-up, he's going to take a 6. 71 after 6 for Bill Olson here. Well, remind you once again about the Candlepin for Cancer documentary that Scott Perry features called No Questions Asked, and Scott Perry will be airing it on Perry Harlow Media January 18th at 7 p.m. Link in the description if you want to bookmark that and be one of the first to see it. There's a 3 drop and a washout for Bill Olson on the left, on the cluster of 6 on the left and the 10. 1, 7, 10, 2, 4, 5, and 8. Olson fires to the left, leaves a few more to be had. 1, 2, 5, 10. Bill makes it an 8 box. That'll be 79 and 7 for Mr. Olson. Bill off to the right, shaves off 3 in the back. The right side, Candlepin corner in the rear. 6, 9, 10 taken out. Candlepin Corner, sponsored by Candlepin Corner. You should check them out on Facebook and YouTube. They produce some awesome content of their own, including skins, New England Knockout,
Friday Night Pro League,
tons of stuff by Candlepin Corner.
I think I've seen a couple of matches on that too.
Yep, very recently. They were just live at Hingham, I believe. It was Hingham and Central 3, I want to say, if my memory serves.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah. You don't get to see the South Shore Country Club all that often, so it's fun to see that whenever you can.
Oh, yeah.
That's 89 and 8 for Bill Olson with that 10 box. Bill will take the left side Candlepin corner, this time the 4-7-8. Another 3 drop. Bill Olson averaging 4.84 on the first ball today so far. The follow-up, shaves a few more off. Now it's the 4 horsemen right side, 1-3-6-10. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will be a 6 for Bill. 95 in 9 for the gentle giant himself with 3 marks in boxes 3, 4, and 5. Spare 9, spare 5, spare 4. Bit of a quieter second half here, but he's going to go over 100 by the looks of it, barring no disasters. Currently at 386 and counting in the total. Bill in the pocket, nice ball. Now he's got the right side rear Candlepin corner to shoot at the 6, 9, 10. 7 drop.
Nice
and
spare.
Bill will take that out. A nice triangle spare by Bill Olson. His 4th mark of the game, 105 and a bonus. Let's have a look at this. Got some really crazy, wild triangular pin spinning action after the impact. Look at that. Wow. Nice.
That's beautiful.
Nice pin acrobatics going on down there. Bill Olson for the fill. It's a little bit off, but he'll take 3 more out. He just really likes that corner. Take a big 13 in the 10th for a 108. Bill Olson game 4 results in a 108 for a 4-game total of 399. Just a hair off of averaging 100 per game. 87, 108, 87, 108, 96, and 108 for Bill Olson. With 1 strike, 7 spares, and 8 tens, he's currently doing better on lane 24 now with 202 pins off of lane 24 and 197 pins off of lane 23. 11 head pin shots for 40 and 6 splits, averaging 4.88 on the first ball. And now back to Scott Perry on lane 23 at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Here's Scott.
Nice shot.
Head pin shot, drops 9, leaves the 7.
Yep. There's plenty of wood there.
And he's got it for the spare on the single. Scott Perry on the board with a mark in the second half. 60 and 6 and a bonus. Here he goes in that single. No problem for Scott. That angled wood, I was actually even worried about that. At Lakeside, I know that doesn't go if you hit it like that.
Oh, yeah.
At Boutwell's, not so much. Perry filling a spare with 5. Spread eagle minus the 2.
Leaves him at 65 through 6.
He's got some wood to help him on this.
Yes, he does.
Chooses the right side, but didn't quite go for the object pin or the object pocket.
Right.
The 3-6 pocket was the operative because of the wood in front of the 2 and the 4 if you wanted the most impact off of that.
Yeah.
And he'll make it a 9 box for his efforts. 74 and 7, compare that to 79 and 7 for Bill Olson at the same point in the game. Perry on the nose, 5, 6, 10 leave, 7 drop. Wow, yeah, it really is still snowing out there, huh?
Ooh, pretty hard.
Keep looking out, and I'm like, is it letting up? And it's like, no, it is absolutely not. Snowing way more than I think it was projected to snow today, especially up here in Concord.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot by Scott Perry. You bet I'm going to play that back in just a moment here. 84 and a bonus after 8. That was a beauty of a spare. Let's watch this shot again. Oh, my goodness. 5, 6, 10. How did he take that? Because I missed that the first time around. Nudged the wood, cut right. 5, 6, 10. Thanks to that wood he capped. Hit it to the left of the cap. Great ball, great spare by Scott Perry. 84 and a bonus after 8. Compare that to Bill Olson's 89. This could be a pivot point. Perry fires. It's going for the head pin, and he'll take 9 for a 6 fill. 9 fill, excuse me. A 6 pin, 9 fill. Beautiful. Single pin spare, 93 and 8. Perry overtakes Bill Olson at this point in the game. Sails into the ocean. Single pin spares. Easy on paper, psychologically can kind of mess with you. I know I missed my fair share of them in my New England knockout match at Riverwalk Lanes a couple of days ago.
There's something we call a Paul Grant special. Miss the second, make the third.
Oh yes, you didn't. Yes, that did definitely happen. The Paul Grant special. Miss the second, get the third. That's a $1 donation to Candlepins per cancer per occurrence. Do check out candlepins4cancer.com and do check out Scott Perry's documentary, No Questions Asked. That's airing on January. It's going to be actually this
Sunday.
Actually, this Sunday, yeah. I just forgot what day it was for half a second.
Yeah.
That will be coming up, and the link is in the description, so you can check that out. Inverted left side check mark 2, 4, 5, 7 for Scott Perry. On the spare attempt is no good. He hits the 5. He leaves the 2, 4, and 7 to go. He has the fourth game, though. 10 box, 113. Fourth game for Scott Perry.
Pretty close game right now.
A nice reclamation and a good defense for Scott Perry, who went 5 for 5 in the second half on the head pin with 2 splits. Went on a run, very good, almost perfect actually, -1 9 box. So Scott Perry currently sits with the lead in the total by 16, 415 to Bill Olson's 399 as we go into the fifth game. Scott Perry with an advantage of points. The fifth game will be worth up to 6 points if you can take the fifth game plus the total pinfall. That could be a big differential if it's a close match. We'll find out. And here's Bill Olson to start things off with a bang, and there's the bang, and there's the
bombs away,
strike.
baby.
Bill Olson bombs it up here at Concord, New Hampshire at Boutwell's. Bombing it up at Boutwell's. Here's Bill Olson. He threw that strike so quickly, I almost missed it, but we did get it just in time as Bill goes to throw it. Look at that. Beautiful shot.
Yes, it is.
Bill Olson working on a strike. Oh, no. You see
that's why they give you 2.
The frustration in his in his stance there. But he does get another one, so get the yips out.
That's a plus.
Get the fill out with dignity. Bill Olson on the pocket. There we go. There's a big 17 in the first. Two, 4, 5. It's gone.
Got it.
That could have been a spare on strike, really, all things considered, but oh well. That's 27 after 2 for Bill Olson.
You're going to have to take what you can get.
Yep. It just is what it is. Just try to, we always say second ball, first ball. Pretend you threw a crap ball already.
Oh, yeah.
Ways to get yourself mentally back in it.
Very true.
Mental toughness in all 3 phases of the game. Olson on the pocket there. 7 drop, 4, 6, 2. Olson on the follow-up. He'll take 2 on the left and leave 1 on the right. Six stays on. 36 after 3 for Bill here in the fifth. 3 boxes in. A lot of 9 boxes thrown today. That was statistically the highest number of boxes thrown, followed by 10s and then some spares. And a couple of 8 boxes in particular for Scott Perry as Bill Olson takes 9 out. That's the 4 pin down there on the deck. Bill Olson 3 for 4 on the head pin with 1 split this game. Bill Olson on the single pin spare. He'll take it. Who is this guy? This is not the Bill Olson that he had advertised to me that he was going to be today. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Bill Olson has been coming alive here, putting up a heck of a fight and marking things up really impressively all over that 4 pin for a spare. And Bill Olson, he'll miss the head pin to the left, but he'll take 6 down. That's the 1, the 6, the 7, and the 9.
Interesting shot.
I was about to say, I was like in the back of my head, I was like, that's an interesting leave. Yeah, 1, 6, 7, 9. Makeable. Not a lot of logic to it otherwise. He'll take the 6 and the 9 and leave the 1 and the 7. This will be Bill for a 10.
It's an 8.
60 in 5 for Bill Olson. What a heck of a half. And that was a fast half.
Yes, it was.
A 2-mark, 3 perfect box half for Bill Olson, with the exception of a 9 and an 8. He has 60 after 5 with a 4.5 game total of 459. He threw an 87, a 108, and 96 and a 108 so far. He has thrown 257 on lane 23 and 202 on lane 24. Anytime, Bill. So Bill's favorite lane today has been lane 23 by the numbers. Although actually that is a lopsided stat right now because he hasn't bowled an equal amount of boxes on both lanes. So actually we'll table that stat for later. Scott Perry drops to half Worcester on the right side. Oh, on the outside,
nice.
Scott
half
Perry.
Worcester spare.
Scott Perry versus the half Worcester. And he'll take that out for a spare. Scott Perry versus the world on the outside of the head pin of the half Worcester. Look at that go. It was just beautiful. Watch this on the replay right now. The way he hits the outside, that's the way you shoot it.
Looks great.
Hitting the outside pocket is scary, but that is the best way to conquer that. That's a 4 drop, 4 fill for Scott Perry. Missed the head pin to the left. Same kind of ball. If you hit the outside of the head pin, this will go. Perry fires. Missed the head pin to the right. Takes the 3 and the 6. Leaves the 1, the 4, the 7, and the 9. It becomes a 7 box. A 14 plus a 7. That results in 21 after 2 for Scott Perry. Scott to the right, takes 3 out. That's a wash out of the right side. It's a 6-pack left in the 10. For the follow-up for the spare, he's on the head pin. He almost takes them all out. The 7 pin holds on. Somehow avoids everything in the skirmish. Scott Perry for the 10. He'll just slightly miss it. That's a 9 box on 30 after 3 for Scott Perry. Compare that to 36 after 3 for Bill Olson. Perry's on the head pin again, and he'll mix down 6. 3, 6, 9, 10 for Scott Perry, and it looks like it's set up for a spare opportunity if you can just hit it right. Oh, no. Almost. He did hit it right. It was just the sleeper just didn't kind of play ball correctly. The 9 pin left. Perry fires. It's going to be a miss to the right. That'll be a 9 box for Scott Perry. 39 after 4. Bill Olson's at 52 after 4. With 1 to go. He can get to 49 in a bonus with a mark. Strike would be preferable. That's a wood clear ball. Won't count. Gonna respot because the 10 pin got taken out. No problem. One box to go before Bill Olson throws his final 5 boxes of this match today here at Boutwell's Bowling Center.
This has been a really great match so far.
It has been, yes, very back and forth and quite competitive.
Yeah. We had some pretty competitive matches earlier today.
We sure did, yeah. It's been just a heck of an ACST day at Boutwell's Bowling Center today.
Triple header.
So we had an Andy Klumpus match before I got here. Then we had the double header, and then we got this match.
Yep.
An 8 drop followed by a hit on the 10 pin, and then the 3 pin is all that's left for Scott Perry after 2 balls in the 5th frame. For the follow-up, he'll take a 9. That's 48 after 5 for Scott Perry. Let's assess the totals and where we're at halfway through the final game. 60 after 5 for Bill Olson with 459. 48 after 5 for Scott Perry with 463. Currently, Scott Perry leads in the total by 4 as we go into the final of crucial 5 boxes. The total is worth 4 points, and we'll find out where we are with everything. Currently, Bill Olson with 4 points. Scott Perry, he could walk out of here with 10, or maybe 8, or maybe 6. We'll find out.
Anything could happen.
Let's find out now. Bill Olson, 1-2 pocket. He blows them up. He leaves the 3, the 5, and the 10. It's a medium difficulty spare leave.
Yeah.
3, 5, 10. And that what puts the medium in the medium difficulty. It was just that 5 pin that was going to be the question mark.
Yeah.
Hit that 3 at the wrong angle like that, like so, and the 5 pin doesn't go. Bill Olson will leave the king pin for a 9 and the 6th for 69 and 6. Nice. Bill Olson 4 for 6 on the head pin with 2 splits so far today. 15 head pin shots overall, 8 splits, 5.23 first ball average. 61 in fills, averaging 6.1 per mark. As Bill takes that single out on the first ball, the 10 pin. Bill on lane 24 washes out some pins on the left this time. 1, 5, 3, 6, 7, and 9. For the follow-up, he'll make it a 7 box. Bill Olson sits at 76 after 7 right now. Here comes Bill on the 1-3 pocket. Oh, beautiful ball. It almost looked like it was going to be a strike.
Almost.
Pin's kind of like in suspended animation. I was like, oh, come on, it's got to take them all. But he takes all but the 7. He's got a single pin spare operation queued up right here with some wood as some guidance.
There you go.
He didn't need it. He played it right directly. 86 and a bonus for Bill Olson. And I don't think he would have it any other way. Great ball by Bill. Oops. Apparently I didn't save that. Anyways, it's 86 and a bonus and 8 for Bill Olson. Olson on the follow-up. Will he get a... I think if he got a domino mix, that would have been interesting. That's a 4 fill for Bill Olson. Bill on the pocket, a little full, leaves the 4 and the 7. Good ball on paper. Probably just had to play it at a slightly different angle. Same place, just different angle. Bill in the 4-7, he fires. It looks like it's going to be a 9. It is a 9. 99 and 9 for Bill Olson. So Bill's at 498. It looks like he's on track to average over 100. That's going to be over par for his normal average of 93.7 for the season. Away average 93.1. Home average 94.40.
It's pretty good.
So Bill Olson bowling over par today for sure. Having a good day. Win or lose. Great bowling. Bill Olson will take 3 out. Yes, that is accurate.
Yeah.
We're celebrating Bill Olson's first 500 of the season.
There we go.
This was his Super Bowl. To Bill Olson, this was his Super Bowl. Pressure's off now. Missed the spare. Going for the 10. Oh, nice way to end it. Nice out for Bill Olson. That was like a 109.
I would take it myself.
Not a bad way to end it for Bill Olson with a 109 for a 5-game total of 508. 87, 108, 96, 108, and 109 for Bill Olson. That equals 508. Bill Olson doing very well today. Bill Olson 257 on lane 23 and 251 on lane 24. So the distribution was mostly even no matter which lane he was bowling on. 2 strikes, 9 spares, and 10 tens. 42% perfect box percentage, 32% on the head pin, 8 splits. 5.04 first ball average. Your Scott Perry all the while. He's dropping 4 there. 1, 3, 6, 9, 4, 7. And he misses the object to the right. Leaves the 1, 3, 4, 7. Bill Olson took, oh, there's a 10 box for Scott Perry. Nicely done. Bill Olson took games 2 and 4. Now the question mark is the total. So Bill Olson has at least 4 points for 2 games. He can get an additional 4 if he holds on to the total, but that will all be contingent on these next 4 boxes from Scott Perry.
Let's see what happens.
Bill Olson could get 4, could get 8. And that's a headpin shot and a mix of 8 for Scott Perry.
210.
Perry wanted to go for the 2. He missed it off to the right. Takes the 10. Shooting for a 10 box now. That'll be a 9 for Perry. That's 67 and 7. A 6-7. 482 currently for Scott Perry. The lead in the total is 26 in Bill Olson's favor. Scott Perry needs 26 pins across 3 boxes to tie. 27 for 4 points. Perry just a little bit to the left of the head pin. He's got 5 down and a right side Caleri.
Those Caleries are pretty popular.
Lexington and Concord. Lexington comes to Concord today.
I guess so.
Perry on the outside of the head pin, a little bit too outside, might not matter.
Oh.
To 10 pin.
We will. Oh, and it goes down.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
I'm so happy I lingered on that shot just long enough. I thought it was done. I almost marked it as a, I thought, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
That's a long Caleri spare right there.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Oh, yeah.
Sure did. Oh, that was great. That was awesome. Scott Perry in the 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 fill. I'd like to see a good spare like that. That takes a while to go. 4, 5, 7, 7 drop for Scott Perry. 4, 5, 7. Leave. How many times am I going to say 4, 5, 7? Well, I'll say it again because the 4, 5, 7 are still standing as he sails into the hole between the 4 and the 5. I'd say cap the wood on the left side. Get a bounce, take the 5, take the 4, 7.
He gets 1 for an 8.
All right, where are we in space and time? He's at 92 in 9. The total is now just 1, so it looks like Scott Perry will be reclaiming that, barring no disasters. He's currently at 507 to Bill Olson's 508. He's down in the string by 17, so now he's playing for the string rather than the total.
Right.
Kind of backwards compared to what it usually is.
Yeah.
Scott Perry off to the right. Mixes 6 down, 1, 2, 4, 10. One, 2, 4, 10. In a must-mark situation for the string for 2 points.
Ooh,
Almost. It was a great bid. Great attempt. But it's a no-go. So Bill Olson, I believe, will be taking 6 points. My unofficial math. 10 for Perry with a 102. And that's ball game. It's 102 for Scott Perry for a 5-game total of 517. Bill Olson 508 with that 109. So Scott Perry will be taking the total.
Yeah.
And let's assess the final numbers. It will be a 10 points for Scott Perry. Bill Olson will take 4. Bill Olson will move to 42 and 82. Scott Perry will move to 82 and 58, retaining his winning record. Bill Olson threw 2 strikes, 9 spares, and 10 tens for a 42% perfect box percentage. Scott Perry also achieved the same percentage, but he had a different distribution of 0 strikes, 9 spares, and 12 tens. In the fills department, Bill Olson actually had more fills than Scott Perry, 65 to Scott Perry's 58. But in the averages, Scott Perry averaged 6.44 per mark, Bill Olson averaging 5.91 per mark. Let's talk about lanes 23 and 24 today. Lanes 23, Bill Olson 257, Scott Perry 238. And then on lane 24, Bill Olson 251 and Scott Perry 279. Scott Perry and Bill Olson had different results on different lanes. Scott Perry did much better on lane 24 with a 279 versus 238, while Bill Olson did better on lane 23, but only by a few, only by 6 pins compared 257 compared to 251. Bill Olson a little bit more evenly distributing his pinfall across the 2 lanes. Head pins, Scott Perry was a lot better, 27 for 50, 54%. Bill Olson 16 for 50, that's a 32%. Scott Perry a lot more splits though, 17 splits to Bill Olson's 8. First ball average, Scott Perry had a slight edge, 5.72 to Bill Olson's 5.04. They both won an equal number of boxes and tied an equal number of boxes, 22-1 apiece. So anyways, that's your final stats for Bill Olson. Scott Perry 508, Bill Olson 517, Scott Perry. Feel free to pause the video to look at some of these more advanced graphs at your leisure. Basically, the story of the day was a lot of 9s and 10s, and it was Scott Perry who kind of bowled more 9s and 10s overall, and those were the majority boxes. But there were some spares involved. Bill Olson had the only strikes, and you can see the other distributions of the head pin, the splits, the first ball average, and fill bonus kind of trading blows as the match went on. Anyways, that should just about do it for us here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Be sure to check out Scott Perry's documentary, No Questions Asked, by Perry Harlow Media, airing January 18th, tomorrow, at the time of this recording at 7 p.m. Link is in the description on Facebook and YouTube for Perry Harlow Media. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match today. It's been a great day streaming with you today, both the previous doubleheader and this one. Do check out 3-Ball Spare on Facebook and YouTube if you want to see more, as well as the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour page on Facebook. 3-Ball Spares on Facebook, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and Reddit if you want to check that out. Anyways, for Scott Perry and Bill Olson, I'm Steve Kelly, and with Nick Brown here on the mic with me. You did a great job today, Nick Brown, by the way.
Thank you.
Great to have you along.
It was great to be here.
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime you want to hop on, and when we're here, just give me a shout, and we'll get you hooked up.
Alrighty.
Anyways, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Drive safe if you're out there this evening in the area, and we'll see you at the next Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Have a great one, everyone. Good night.